I've heard people's problems for 30 years, and the solution is always the same, you know? Love yourself, forgive yourself, be kind to yourself, take care of yourself, and watch what happens. Because then people will come to you. You know, it's really amazing to me about how much I love people. There's that song I'm going to sing. Lee loves it when I sing. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. And I, for years, thought, I don't need people. People need me. You tell me your problems, and a solution pops up. Not because I really cared or listened to your problems. It's just that I've heard so many people's problems that there's one constant stream that shows up all the time. And that's like when you know who you are, when you truly know beyond your personality that you have, I call it a God seed inside of you. And it comes alive, it sprouts whenever you're kind, whenever you care, whenever you go out of your way to smile or be nice to somebody. That little God seed that was planted in you before you were human comes out. And I think the people I know that I've worked with that have ended up in trouble or behind bars have that same God seed. Only they don't believe it. They haven't been able to listen to themselves well enough to even hear that small voice that says, you are love. That's it. You know, everything else is confusing. But you were blessed with the ability to love. Chocolate chip cookies, little puppies, children, old dying people with cancer. You have that ability to love. So what's stopping? What do you let stop you from loving this moment more than any other moment in your entire life? If there's any other moment that's been better than this moment, you're not awake. Because this is the best moment you will ever have. Until this one. And now this one. I've fallen in love with a woman that I was in love with 6 or 7 years ago, and we've reconnected. And 6 or 7 years ago, we loved each other very well. But she lived 5 hours away, and I lived down here. We both worked in San Quentin. And now we fell back in love with each other. She as magically fell in love with me as I did fall in love with her. But we still live 5 hours away from each other. And I'm really not into it right now. I'm really not into being separate from the person I love when I don't know how long I'm going to be here. And so I've watched myself, how I deal with this. I have a friend who's a coach, and I said to him the other day, I said, you know, I just don't want to be in a long-distance relationship. I've done that. It doesn't work for me and everything. And he goes, you know, Pete, I've never seen you happier than right now. I've never seen you more alive. And you're in a long-distance relationship. Would you stop complaining? And someday I will. I'm convinced of it. Someday I will stop complaining. And I'll just love. Simply, fully love. In this moment.